Coming to you live from the research room. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon, and I'm about to get into Chapter 3 of my Under Falling Skies campaign, which I've been really enjoying. I think nearly every game has been a nail-biter, and I'm excited for the new chapter and hopeful that it won't be quite as agonizing as the last game. My Johannesburg game was just like painful how agonizing the decisions were and how difficult it was. But I made it through, so I'm happy about that. We are, especially once this is published, I'm recording this in late August, but we are coming up on pumpkin season. I just saw this week that pumpkin spice lattes just came to Starbucks, which of course happens in August. So I'm drinking a pumpkin ale, which felt like the vibe. It's just Sam Adams, nothing overly fancy. Tasty though. I'm always a fan of pumpkin ales. Which, having done some homebrewing myself, I learned are almost never made with actual pumpkin. It's just pumpkin spice, cinnamon, nutmeg, that kind of thing. But I don't know, it's good. Okay. There's not much on the table, because last time that I opened a new chapter, I set up the game to be ready to dive in, and then there were all these new tiles that changed the way, and I had to reset it up. So this time, I just have kind of a messy array of things on the table, and I'm ready to open the chapter. Just before I do, let me suggest that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you've somehow made it to game 5 of my campaign and haven't done so. We appreciate it. It's the main way to support us and help us grow. Thanks. All right. We've got some surgeons operating on an alien in some sort of laboratory. But then they're showing this in a lecture. It says, and thus, by removing the implant, we turned our enemy into a friend. Plot twist. Let's see what this means. Chapter 3, Overwhelmed. The alien's technological superiority continues to overwhelm us, but now we have one of them on our side. Can he explain how he was controlled by that device? Our research team must find a way to communicate with him. Yeah, okay, there's one. You know what? There's exactly 4 people up here, which is usually how many characters we get per chapter to play with. I'm guessing the alien is a playable character, which is fun. Okay, new rules. Sky tile setup. Set up the sky as in the basic game, but replace 2 basic tiles with the corresponding advanced sky tiles from this chapter. The advanced sky tiles from chapter 2 is not used in this chapter. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, because chapter 2 added this tile that you were just supposed to use, I thought, for the foreseeable future, but it shortens the sky. We don't use that here. Instead, we use, let's see where we've got, it looks like, they've kind of fallen out of their frame, but that worked out well. We have, it looks like the top 2 parts of the sky. There are new symbols on here. These blue and pink symbols, those don't mean anything to me. It looks like there's always a pair of them pointing to each other. Do they like teleport between the 2? Very interesting. I've been very pleasantly surprised at the new mechanics getting layered on. I thought it would just be new, cities with new text and new base layouts. Did not expect the game's campaign to add new mechanics as much as it has, and I'm really impressed. Okay, set your threat level as usual, so we'll use these to set up a 2-threat game. Upgraded characters. In addition to the new character from this chapter, battles now have 2 upgraded characters. For your first battle, you choose 2 of the 4 who fought by your side in earlier chapters. Your second battle uses the other 2. Okay, so similar to chapter 2, but just escalating further. Vertical rooms. A vertical room is just a multi-space room oriented vertically. Because you can place only 1 worker die in each column, this room usually needs at least 1 robot for it to work. Oh, interesting. Okay. So robots are going to be really important with these vertical rooms. Mothership action. I didn't even notice this. There's a new mothership action, this pink symbol. Move ships. In every column, all enemy ships descend the indicated number of spaces. Ships that reach your city deal damage and respawn as usual, but otherwise the ships do not trigger the effects of the spaces they land on. That's pretty brutal. Well, maybe it's not too bad. I take it back. It doesn't seem too bad, because it doesn't trigger the spaces they land on. And that's happening at the end of the round when it's not like you've lined up a bunch of attacks and then this ruins them. I think I'm okay with this. And then we have ship effect, teleport. Teleporters are a new effect enemy ships can trigger when they move during the dice phase. They come out in pairs pointing at each other. A ship ending its move on one teleporter is teleported to the other, as long as that space is unoccupied and has not been overtaken by the mothership tile. Note that this effect can teleport the ship higher or lower. Sure, yeah, okay. Interesting. So, yeah, so I think I guessed correctly as far as this. It means their iconography is intuitive. Good job. Okay, so if a ship like moves down and it lands on this pink teleport, it moves and is on that one. Interesting. This one even moves it all the way across. Wow, okay. All right. Well, those are the new rules. Let's see our new cities, and then we're going to set up 2 Chapter 3 scenarios. We have Seoul. I'm not going to read all their abilities right now. Seoul, Tokyo, Sydney, and Beijing. We have 4 more kind of little comic page scenarios. And yes, 4 new characters, one of which is Izox, the alien, who says when respawning ships, skip one of them so it will not be respawned until next round, as their once per game ability. Okay. Oh, shoot, there's a 5th city, right. I think Chapter 2 did the same thing. There are 5 cities, and we'll only play 2 of them, and destroy another 2, and 1 will just not be in the game, I think was what it said to do with those. And then finally, it looks like there's some extra number tokens. It says don't punch these out. These are backup tokens in case the first set are lost or damaged. So they must have had some extra space on the cardboard. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to randomly set one city aside. It does not get attacked. It is not destroyed or saved in this campaign. And it's going to be Singapore. At the start of each round, you can transfer each installed robot. Was its ability. We will not be playing with it. Okay, and then I'm going to randomly set up kind of 4 scenarios here. I'm just going to look at the camera where I'm not looking at what I'm putting where until it's done. Put the characters with them too. I'm almost definitely playing with the alien. That's too cool not to. Okay, we've got Sydney with Wang Lin the scientist, Beijing with Archie Bell, the Bell Robotics founder, Tokyo with Zheng Chanwook, the gamer, and Seoul with Izox, the alien. And then the kind of the scenarios are the hints at them. I like to not look at the back. I can't remember whether the rules let you look at the back and kind of when you choose which 2 you want to play. But I like to just go off of the comics. So we were making progress, then things went very wrong. Do we have a saboteur among us? Okay, saboteur situation. They control our weather, turning our own atmosphere against us, but we'll fight on somehow. Weather control. Okay, atmosphere turning against us. This chemical is key to their technology, but may prove to be our ruin. Some new experimentation. Or just before that kamikaze attack, the alien acknowledged a signal, and now that signal is back. The alien acknowledged a signal. Okay. Well, I think that the saboteur scenario and playing with the alien all sounds fun. So that's going to be one of the 2 that I play. And I don't think I can resist the weather scenario. That sounds badass. Okay, so I'm going to play these 2, which means Beijing and Sydney are being destroyed in my campaign. I will get out a bag for them off camera later to put them in, marking that they were destroyed. Yep. Yeah, you don't write that on here, right? Okay, I'm going to dive straight into the saboteur alien situation because that seems super cool. So, I am playing in Seoul with the ability, a robot of value 2 or less does not decrease when you use it. You can just leave robots on 2 indefinitely. Sounds like a great way to just have a trickle of energy, something like that. We looked at the alien when respawning ships. This, as with all characters, this is once per game. When respawning ships, skip one of them, so it will not be respawned until the next round. Honestly, it doesn't sound that clutch. Sounds a little weak to me, but we'll see. And let's take a look at our Saboteur scenario. It is called Saboteur, as I'm writing this down with is ox. A saboteur is loose in the city. We can only guess at its location. You'll have to expect things to go wrong. The setup says take the numbers 1 through 5 tokens, so I just don't need the 6. Shuffle them and place them face down in a stack. At the end of the dice phase, draw the top token. This number shows which column is sabotaged this round. If this column has a worker die in its AA gun room, all ships in the column immediately descend 1 space. They won't trigger effects, but they can damage your city. Worker dice in the sabotage column can't be increased by any means and can't be transferred. When resolving room effects, treat worker dice in the sabotage column as being 1 lower. An excavator die in the sabotage column moves the excavator the usual amount if you overpaid, but 1 space less if you matched the required value. Exactly. And at the end of the round, if only 1 token is left in the stack, shuffle the 5 tokens to make a new stack. Okay. So a random column but without replacement, so we can eventually see which one will be more likely to be sabotaged. The worker gets reduced by 1 and can't be increased or moved. Could be worse. Saboteur is kind of not making the biggest imaginable. I thought it was going to say like that column does not get resolved, which was going to be brutal. But okay, I can live with this. So I'm gonna hit the pause button, set up the game, and be right back to play it. Boom, here we go. Okay, so I randomized my 2 threats, and I did get a kind of difficult side of one of the new tiles and of the newly returned to our tableau long long bottom of the sky tile. I'm tripping over my words there. Okay, I also went ahead and selected Shanti Auman and Yaroslav Rusika, who are joining us from our previous successes. The other options I had were more enemy management-y, and since that's what Izox does, I decided to save them for our next scenario. So, the big hazard I'm seeing on these, based on what tiles we got the threat on, is in particular this bottom tile has so many mothership icons, so that's something we're going to have to really look out for. And then up here on the threat, on the increased threat side of the top here, we have a -3 excavator, which would just be probably a game loser if it were to happen early on without us having pushed the excavator a decent distance. So that's going to have to be a priority. And then as a quick refresher, if you didn't happen to see or remember kind of the middle of our campaign, we've added these purple command rooms, which can be used to modify other dice. And then here we have that vertical jet fighter room that we need 2 dice in there, 1 probably a robot to use. So we will see what happens. I'm definitely loving that we have this +1 energy room, because I can just throw a robot in there that won't decrease below 2, and like I'm set for life on energy. I'm not set for life, but generating a good amount of it. I guess what I'm seeing though is that there's not any other energy generation until we get all the way down here. So I wonder if 3 per turn is enough. I guess I'll just have to get a larger number robot in there, and then by the time it's ticked down to 3, we'll be excavated out that one too. Okay, I'm gonna roll these dice after a sip of beer. Faux pumpkin. All right. White 4/4, gray 1/3/5. Okay. Right off the bat, a 1 looks good in this column because it would put that ship on a shot, but really, I mean, I guess a 1 in almost any column, it's just going to make the ship get swallowed back up when the mothership moves. So that's not that scary, actually, no matter what. So the question would be where to put it. Is it useful anywhere? Maybe not. Maybe it's just not worth using. I'm seeing this 5. That is a pretty good spot to send this ship in the right column and could get a robot at a 4 robot, which would generate 5 energy on future turns. I think I'm going to go, well, I would really like that to be a 6, honestly. Alright, for this turn, I'm going to put the 5 in the energy room. That'll generate 6, and assuming I can build a robot, I can put the robot there after resolving energy. So we'll just move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do also have to remember that one of these will be sabotaged and will act at -1. Okay, the 4s. It feels like a 4. It feels like this wants me to excavate 4 spaces because I can't use the red rooms here, so this column really just has to excavate. Or I could do like a 5 or 6 down here. But I think a 4 here is fine. This ship is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, land on the new blue teleporter, and teleport here. Frustrating, but I will have to deal. And that's going to reroll the rest of the dice, because that was a white die. 2, 6, 4. Well, I wanted a 6 in the robot room, and I got it. So I'm going to go ahead and place that. There we go. That leaves me with a 2 and a 4. So far I have not set up any shots, so I guess I don't really care about attacking in this column. Probably. And I definitely don't want to put a 4 there because that's a mothership icon. So I'm probably just throwing the... boy, these are actually kind of both pretty useless to me. So I'm going to throw the 2 here in the anti-air room and reroll this one. It's a 6. Well, I guess I might as well... Let's see, is this a 6 safe to do? Yeah. I might as well put it in this robot room. It would give me a 4 robot that I can find a use for, I'm sure. Okay. Alright, that's it. So the dice phase is wrapping up, which means time to find the saboteur. Column 3. Okay, so this is costing us an energy, effectively. I'm going to knock this 5 down to a 4. But definitely could have been worse. I think that's better than either robot getting hit. By a lot. Okay. So, I am going to gain 4 plus 1 energy is 5. Getting me to 6 energy. And then, yeah, I'll go ahead and pay the energy to install a robot at -1, so it's a 5 in this energy room for next time. This one's free, but it's a -2. So I'll put this free 4 in the gun room, I guess, so that I can start shooting. Oops, that should be a blue die. Okay. I'm going to excavate, spending an energy to move the excavator 4. And this is just anti-air. Alright, pretty straightforward. Moving the mothership. Wait. Oh yeah, sorry. I was like, I must have missed a ship. That should have moved. There it was. It was a 6 in that column. Okay. Mothership's going to move, just swallowing this one back up, and spawning 2 white ships. Yikes. Okay. That's fine. I don't feel immediately threatened or anything here. We've excavated a research room with no negative, so... and have lots of energy income, so I think I'll try to get researching and get the track moving. Yeah, I'm feeling good here. Let's go straight into the next roll. Ooh, some big numbers. A white 6 and 5, and then a gray 5, 4, 2. Well, I want to keep excavating. Straighten those robots. A 5 in the right column would be great, because it sets up a shot. That's also perfect to excavate to that column. The only issue is the saboteur. Well, the saboteur would just make it excavate 1 fewer. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think I'll just throw the gray 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't think about this white ship, but it'll move to a blank space. That's fine. Okay, this is on a 6, so I want to attack for at least 6. So, let's look at attacking for at least 6. This is a -1 room, but it has a 4 robot in it. I don't like the 4 in this column because it's a mothership icon, obviously. I have a 2, which would line up a shot, but we'd only be shooting for 5 then unless I used Yaroslav for the +1. So I don't love it. Let's... like something like a 3 or a 5 would be good in there, so I could do the white 5. I do think that what I want to do with this room is research. So a 5 or a 6 would be great there. 6 lines up a good shot. Let me just throw the white 6 in here and re-roll the rest. That seems fine. Yeah, and that's a white die, so that's re-rolling. I didn't want to do... Yeah, I didn't want to like use this 4 before I re-roll it. I don't think I do, actually. Okay. White 2, and then a gray 6 and 4. Well, I was saying a 4 would be pretty... No, I don't want like the 4. What's a 6 do in this column? It just puts it on a blank space. That's... Okay, I'm going to put the gray 6 here. Just do a massive attack. I need... Boy, I would love a 3 in this column. That would line up a shot. So I could do a 4 and anti-air. Is there anything else in this column? I guess it's just the... Yeah, I have such big numbers, I don't really need the command room here. So sure, I'll put the 4 and anti-air in this column and just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that leaves column 4. I just have a 2. I don't have an opinion here, really. I guess I'll just put it in the anti-air. This moves left, which is annoying, so there's a lot of ships in that column, but I am going to blow one up. Okay. What is sabotaged? It is 2. That's fine. I researched for 6. That 6 becomes a 5, and I'm still going to get across the 2 and the 3. Love how that worked out. That deserves a sip of beer. Okay. So... Resolving. Let's attack. Let's just get the attack out of the way. Spending energy to attack for 10 minus 1 is 9. That's going to blow up these 3 ships. And the robot will take down to 3. The excavator, spend energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Researching. Spend energy to research 5. That's 2 steps up the track. I love that. Anti-air can just come off. And anti-air can come off. That just leaves the robot, which is going to get a 6 energy out of this room, which is perfect to fill us up. This is going extremely smoothly. Famous last words, I know. But I'm feeling great about how this is going. Okay. The mothership is going to move. Actually, swallows this ship back up. It pushes the excavator back 3. That's okay. Didn't lose anything crucial, and we've been marching that forward. I can live with that. Down here, there's this triple die room, but we have a double. So I don't feel... I mean, I guess to get across the 12, triple is nice, so you don't need 2 6s. But we don't have to get all the way down there on this one. We'll see. Okay, let's reset these ships. Damn, they are... going to go like that. There's a lot of ships out there. Next time the mothership moves, it is going to move all ships forward by 3 also. So we don't want any of them sitting on like the bottom 3 rows, basically. Okay. Also, I know that 1, 4, or 5 is being sabotaged next, so something to keep in mind. To the extent that I can like overpay for those, I probably should. All right, here we go. We've got a couple 2s, a 4, 5, and a 6. So, I don't know yet whether I care about attacking, I guess. Let me... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, so if this ship goes... If the center goes 6, then it's going to move 3, I will lose any opportunity to blow it up. So I want a small number in that column, ideally. What if I put a 2 in this column, send to the left, And then a 5 would line them both up for shots. And a 5 is a fine number to research with in that column. That has become the plan. Okay. I'm going to throw a 2 in the command room. I might not use it, depending on what my energy situation is. But it can't hurt, actually. It's a +1 command room. Maybe that'll be useful. So that 2 is going to push the ship down and to the left. And then a 5. That'll be a reroll. Am I ready for that? Or do I want to use a 6 somewhere like here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could shoot with that 6. Or just excavate with it? It's overpaying a little bit, which is actually safe. Yeah, I'm gonna excavate with that die. And we've got a shot lined up. Okay. How about this 4? Do I feel strongly about the 4? Not in any way that I can see. So I'm going to do the 5 next. Put it in this research room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, yeah. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line those both up to be shot at. And re-roll these dice. So what? I do have one on a 6 attack space. So I do want like at least a 4 in the left room. So a high number would be good. I got a 4. It doesn't line up shots on the left. And I also have to go, and I have to place this 1. The 1 is pretty terrible. Well, since the 4 is what I need, and it's not going to cause any terribleness, I think I do just go ahead and put it in the attack room. It's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is going to teleport this ship over. And then I have a 1. Oh shit, this 1 is going to get a mothership. I don't see a way around it, to be honest. I could have put a 1 on the left, but then I'm not attacking for enough. I guess it's just going to happen. The sky is longer now, so it's a little less bad that the mothership moves. But I always hate to essentially lose a whole round that way. So, okay, but that's just going to have to be it, because there's no anti-air room there either. All right, this just goes, I don't care where. 1 doesn't really accomplish anything. It just moves all these ships, moving the mothership down, which actually brings that back in. It does skip this ship's movement thing, so maybe that's a silver lining. Okay, what is sabotaged? It is 1. Oh no. Okay, so worker dice get -1 to there. It's a 6. Now that won't blow up this ship. Is it worth using Yaroslav to give room effects +1 to kind of fix that, to just blow the ship back up? It's probably not. That ship is high up. It's not critical to kill it. It feels bad, but I guess I'll live. Do not like. Okay, well, I will spend an energy to use this room, attacking at 5, so it will blow up this ship and this ship. And the robot ticks down to 2, where it will stay because we're in Seoul. I will spend 1 to research for 5, getting across this 2 and this 1. And spend an energy to excavate for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, using that 6 die. This die is going to do nothing. Oh yeah, no. I was going to say, I have this command room, but the saboteur rules say I can't increase it. Is there anything else I could have... Did I misplay? Should I have done something different? I can't see it. The next research is a 5, so it's not like I could have boosted that 1 that's in the research room to actually get anything done. Yeah, I think that's just... I'll just save that energy. And this robot is going to top me up on energy. And okay, the double research room is exposed now, so maybe we get sprinting up this track already. The mothership's going to move, which is going to push the research track back 1, but I only lose this 1. That feels fine. I was saying that I didn't want this game to be as harrowing as my last one. So far I'm getting my wish. Definitely could be worse. Okay. The next roll is happening. 2, 5, 5 gray and 4's white. A 2 is... Oh, wait. I've got to distribute these ships. They're going to go here, here, here. Okay. 4 is actually great on the left. Yeah, 4 on the left lines up 1, 2, 3, 4. It lines up these shots and it attacks for 5, which is enough to blow those both up. Okay, so that's definitely that play. But that's going to reroll it. Let me hold on just for a second and see if I want to use any of my gray dice before this reroll. A 5 in this column lines up a shot. It also does in this column. And these 3 won't be sabotaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the right column, that would cause a mothership action. We will not be doing that. So, what would be useful to do with it in the second or third column? Researching looks pretty good. Maybe I'm just going to try to use the double research room this turn? I feel like I'm in... Or 1, 2, 3, 4. I could excavate for 5. The excavator's never getting pushed back again, which is an interesting thing to know at this point in the game. So maybe it's not a rush. No, fine, sure. I'm just going to use the 5 here. It's just perfect for excavating. And I know that that's not going to get sabotaged. Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is on a 3, so that's easy. And that rerolls these dice. Okay. 2 more 5s and a 1. Well, I liked the 5 in this column also, but I didn't like it in the other columns, and so I'm going to use the white 5 in this double research room and reroll the grace. A 6 and a 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 is the only number for the right, I think. That lines up a shot and doesn't screw us over with the white ship, which would mean a 6 in column 4. That's fine. 6 is great to research. I'll throw it in the research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 2 can go on the right. Again, it doesn't have anything to really accomplish. I guess I'll throw it in this research room. Well, depending on how the number... I'll figure out how the numbers work out later. Maybe we'll actually even do that research. Okay. Steel ourselves for the sabotage. Did I screw something up? Yes. This ship should have moved to there. Okay. Sometimes I'm moving fast and then I look down and there's still a ship on the mothership and I'm like, that shouldn't be possible. Okay, Saboteur hits 5. So that's going to reduce this to a 1, which is fine. It's even less likely that that's useful, although it still might be, because there are some 1s on this track. So, time to resolve. Let's start by shooting. I'll spend an energy to shoot for 5. Oh, 5's not enough to take out this ship. And I think I would like to at this point. So there's not a lot of other opportunities to knock it out. So I'm going to go ahead and use Yaroslav here, I think, to make all... Let's see, in this round's room phases, all room effects resolve with a +1 bonus. Oh, holy shit. His upgraded side, it used to say choose a room type. This is just all rooms? Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, so maybe I will be getting a lot of research done. I'm going to use him. Everything gets +1. Every room does. So this was going to be 6 minus 1 is 5, but it becomes 6 again. So I'm spending an energy to attack for 6, blowing up a white ship and 4 red ones. That feels great. Let's see. So this room will research for 12. I'll go ahead and spend the energy to excavate. This is going to research for 12. These are 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I don't think that this one, like if this researched for 1, well, it could research for 2, but even so, then 12. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a reason to pay for this one. So we're just going to research for 12, spending 2 energy to go 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 4 is 10. This makes 11. So the plus 1 there didn't matter. I guess the plus 1s across the board did not end up being all that useful here, because also this 3 plus 1 is 4 energy, which is what it was going to be anyway, because I'm capped. Okay, but the track is almost halfway up the track. That's feeling really good. The mothership is going to move down and move ships 2 spaces. I wish I could just leave these here because that would put them both onto attack spaces, but, you know, so be it. And then we'll get this. Yeah, I think so. Wait, this doesn't come up very often. Do the reds go in the column that the ship is furthest down, like whites do, or do the reds just go into a column without a red? Which kind of... Somehow, I've played this game well over a dozen times at this point. Somehow, I still always end up looking something up. The enemy, the mothership phase, ships waiting to spawn. Spawn purple ships before white. This calls them purple? I would say they're pink, and I've been saying red because that sounds more threatening. First, choose among drop points with no ships. Choose the ship. Okay, yeah, no, it should look at the white ships and use the one that's like furthest down. Yeah. Okay. So this is how they'll be, and it's time to roll. Big numbers again: 6, 6, 5, and 1, 3. Well, we always like a big number with this robot in the attack room. I'm a ways from needing this triple, so excavating is not a priority. A 3 in this right column is, well, it's great in both of these. This one lines up 2 shots. But what does it do for us? What does the dice do? It could either excavate or research in the double room. I think I'm going to do that for now. Put the 3 here in the double. Yeah, I'll put it in the double research room to go get these both on attack spaces. This one is a 6, meaning I need at least a 5 in the attack room. Oh, also, I know column 4 is getting sabotaged. Shoot, so that's going to be a -1 into this. That's fine. -1 to that research. I'll figure out how far I can get with it. Okay, the next play could be putting a 5 on the left to get an attack and line up a shot. Could also be, let's see, I definitely don't want a 6 in column 2. That's a mothership. I don't want it in column... Yeah, I don't think I like these 6s. They're all pretty rough as far as what they do to me. So, well, I guess I don't mind it in column 3. It would just slide over to the right, but I've already placed one in that column. So sure, let me put a 6 in the research room here. 3, 4, 5, 6, move over, and then throw the 5 into the weapon room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of ships are going to be blown out of the sky again if this round goes according to plan, which you'd love to see. I've got a gray 5 and a white 2. Well, the 2 is pretty nice in this column because it lines up a shot. What would I use it for? I could research for 2, or I could get energy. I'm getting 3 energy from this, but I am starting to get to the point where I may be spending more than that. So, yeah, I want to place the 2 and re-roll this gray, because I don't like a 5 in this column. That's going to get me damaged. So I will throw this 2. I think I don't need the energy this turn, so I'm going to put it in the research. And re-roll this 5 and do, ideally, a 3? It's a 5. Well, I could use that to install a nicer, to like upgrade our robot. I guess I'm just going to accept the damage in this column. I don't see a way around it. So let me just research with it, I guess. And this ship's not going to damage me yet, but it's inevitable now. Alright. So, I get sabotaged in column 4, knocking this to a 2. I recover with a sip of beer. And figure out how I'm resolving this. Okay. I will spend an energy to attack for 7 minus 1 is 6. Blowing up these 3 ships. Let's see, the research situation. I'm researching, if I pay for all these, I'm researching for 5 and 8 and 2. So 5 gets me here, 8 gets me here, and then the 2 is pretty much wasted, but that's pretty solid. 5 goes over a 3 and a 2, and then 8 goes over a 5, 2, 1. The scariest thing is that there's some minus research coming up, and these are big numbers that would suck to go backwards over, but I don't really think I'm gonna like drag my feet too much because of that. Okay, so I will pay for the 5. That costs 1 energy to research for 5. And then I'll pay 2 energy to research for 8. I'm almost there, sort of. Except there's like a 7 and a 9 and a 12 in my way. But still almost there. I'm not going to pay to use this. And then this robot will generate 3 energy. Still keeping me pretty full. So that's going strong. Okay, next round I definitely need to excavate this room. I'm gonna want it, I think, to get over those big science numbers. Mothership is going to spawn 2 new white ships and distribute aggressively. Sheesh, okay. Man, now I've got to remind myself. Do they, like, when there's too many ships, they just hang up, right? They stay on the mothership for another round. Hang out, rather. Another reason that I think that this alien character is not that useful, because if I used it now to prevent one of these from spawning, this one would just spawn, right? That doesn't seem productive. Okay. Here comes a new roll. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 6, and a 2. 5 is nice in the right column, because even though I take a damage, I do put this on a 6. I don't love a 6 in the left column for a big attack. Let me see. I do have to remember also that I have Shanti Oman, who can set up to 3 unplaced worker dice to any numbers. I think I'm not seeing very many appealing places to put a 6. I guess here. I guess column 2 is good. But I can't research with it. I need to research for 7 or 9 next. 7 and 9 next. So like that 6 doesn't do much good in this column. Okay, I'm just going to... Well, is there anything good to do in this column? If I'm fine on energy, I mean, I guess I can just throw the 6 in the energy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line up that shot at least. And I'll be at infinity energy after this turn, so that seems fine. And then the 5 is going to go on the right. I'm just going to excavate with it, I think. Taking a damage from this white ship. And moving this one onto an attack space. Whoop. Oh, come on. Oh, die. I can roll. There we go. 6, 4, 1. I still don't like 6s. I don't feel great about the 1 either. Well, I want to research for... Do I even want to... If I research for 7, I just lose it. I probably should just... So if I research for 7 and that's it this turn, I lose it, and I really only saved myself the 1. That feels like a waste. So probably I just want to make sure to get a lot of good attacks. Maybe upgrade my robots with these big numbers. I could throw... Yeah, I can throw like this 6. No, I don't want a 6 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is safe in the middle. I could just... As long as I don't get sabotaged, I can attack for 6 with this, which will blow that up. And is enough for most attack spaces. A sabotage would mean I'd fail to destroy this, which would suck, but I guess I will take that chance. It's going to be a fresh set of numbers, so I do not know where I'll be sabotaged. I think I like a 1 on the right, or in column 4, because it'll line up a shot. So I should throw this white 1. I actually like the 4 here to line up a shot also. So I guess I'll put 4 in the robot room so I can consider spending that energy to improve a robot. And I will put a 1, this column. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'll just put it in the research room. Okay. Okay. Oops, this one should have moved down. All right. Sabotage time. Fresh set of numbers. Always terrifying. Okay, they are stacked. Our order, our fate is determined, starting with 1 is sabotaged. Okay, so the room that would create a robot would now create a lesser robot. Sure. Okay. So I'm not accomplishing much this turn. That much is certain. I am attacking for 6, spending an energy. And that will blow up this one. Well, 4 ships. That's pretty good. And then I am going to pay an energy to excavate. I'm done excavating. Not doing anything with that 1 die in a research room. I guess since I have 7 energy coming from the 6, I might as well spend the 2 to build a robot. Do I still want it here anymore? Maybe I want to move it down to this triple research room. I think I'm going to try that. I will put... Well, so ideally I want a 16 out of that room next and get across the 7 and 9. Like, that would be ideal. I can't use the double room and the triple room, so I don't know if I want a robot this low in it. Maybe... maybe I'm just bumping it up and leaving it in the attack room. Yeah, that's probably all this is doing. But it's worth spending the energy because this is going to give me 7. So, no reason not to. Mothership swallows this ship back up, pushes my research back 1, which is part of why I deprioritized research this turn, and we go into a new one. Low numbers, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's not what I had in mind. To get across, like, I want to research for at least 8 to get over this 7. Well, yeah, I just want to use one of these whites and re-roll the rest, I think. I think I want big numbers. I need to distribute these. Okay. I also do still have Shanti, but I'm kind of foreseeing, like, using her for the final research where I get over the 12. And I don't think that's happening this turn. I mean, could I safely just throw a bunch of 6s in? Kind of. What would researching for 18 right now get me to? Just to here. That's not that exciting. Okay. I will just... Yeah, I really want a 2 in this column to line up these 2 shots. So I'll throw a 2 in this... Oh, a white 2 for a reroll. In this double research room, I guess, which means I need a 6 over here to get the 8 that I want. So hopefully that works out. I got a 6. I think I'll take it. 6 in that research room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What else do we have here? Well, if I want to attack with this room, a 4 is adequate. A 3 would attack for 5, which is enough. As long as... Oh, and that's not going to be sabotaged. I think the 3 is fine here. And it will line up a shot in that column. The question will just be, is it going to be enough... What am I saying? Oh, I guess the main question is, do I want to do the white or the gray? Do I want the reroll? I think so. I'll just go ahead and take the white one. Put it in the jet fighters. All right, 2 gray dice left. 2 and a 4. The 4 is a no-go in this column. I don't want to move the mothership. So that means the 2 goes in this column. Probably just in the energy... Well, maybe it will matter. It could matter. If this room gets sabotaged, yeah, it will matter that I have another die to research past this 1 so that it still gets across the 7. So I'm going to put it in research. And this 4 is going to damage me in this column, but I guess it is what it is. Oh, no. It's going in the rightmost column. Oh, 4 lines up a shot on a number too big for the dice that I've used, but so be it, I guess. I don't see this as being super productive either. I guess I save an energy by putting it here, and I can get across the 1 with that. Then should I have done anything different with the 2 in column 2? I guess it should just be in the energy room. Okay. All right, Saboteur strikes in 5. That's fine. This worker becomes a 3, so it will research for 1, which is exactly what it takes to get over that hump. Saboteur, you're not slowing me down much. Okay, I'm going to spend an energy to attack for 5, blowing up this ship, this ship, this ship, and this one's on a 6, annoyingly. It does not get hit, and I don't really have a solution to that. The, let's see, I research here for 8. Yeah, so I did not end up needing this anyway. I'm going to spend the 2 energy, research for 8 to get across the 1 and the 7. And then I'm just gaining too much energy. These robots in Seoul doing good work. This one does tick back down to 2. Okay. Okay, so the total amount I need to research is, what, 17, 21, 30. All right. Not happening this turn. The mothership moves. It's going to advance each ship 1. And we will distribute these like this. This one's just going to damage the base, most likely. I don't want to put a 1 in that column. I want to be researching in that double room, I think. Pretty brutal. Okay. I'm still feeling good about the game overall, though, but I do have to be getting over those big research numbers. Here are some big numbers to do it with. 2 4s and a 6. Yeah, I mean, I guess like a 10 in this double room gets me over the 9, and then I can try to get over the 4 and 5 with other rooms. That's probably the play. I have damage to work with, so I'm not too scared of like putting a 4 over here, which does make that ship get past where I could blow it up. So let's do that. Let's put a 4 in this research room, and then a 4 in column 4. This is risking... Oh no, if I put 10 here, it gets over the 9. Yeah. So then sabotage won't screw me over. This ship does damage me. This one moves onto it, an attack space. And then I can throw the 6 here, which does actually line up a shot, and then I'll reroll these. I need one kind of... I need like a 6 ideally to attack in the left column. I got a 4 and a 3. I do not want that mothership icon, so it's probably a 3 on the left, which means my attack is going to only be for a total of 5 on the dice, a 4, which is what these are on 4s so far. I guess that's fine. So I'll put this 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And this 4 has to go in column 2, missing the chance to line up a shot. But that's all right. I wonder if this is the turn when I actually should have modified some of these. It's okay. Let's just put this in... Oh, well, nope, can't quite line up a shot in the anti-air room. Like, I don't have a big enough dice value to get it. So, I don't know. Just in case I want to move my robot, I guess I put it in the robot room. I don't see anything else being very useful. Actually, I'm spending maybe more energy. No, I'm spending more energy than I'm generating. I guess it's useful in the energy room. Okay, sabotage in 3. Okay, it does sabotage my research, but I planned around that. So that's fine. I'm starting to feel cautiously good about this. Actually, this has been about the smoothest game of this I've had in a while. So the attack will be spend an energy to attack for 4, blowing up these 2 ships. This one is still on its way to damaging. That damage is starting to get a little more scary. I'm going to spend 2 energy to research. 2 energy to research for 9. 1 energy to research for 4. That worked out great. Then I just have the 5 and the 12. Like a research for 18 in the triple room. Maybe as a pipe dream, but would win the game. We're pushing the research back 1 too. That's okay. And then I'm going to generate 3 energy from this robot and the rest from this, so I'm maxed out again. Okay. Mothership moves, pushes research back down onto the 9. At least I didn't lose the 9. And here we go. So it's definitely possible to like use two one-off research rooms and then get a 12 from the remaining one. And these are some big numbers. What can we do with this? I can also place, if it would like win the game this turn. Oh, let me, I should just spawn 1 less of these, right? Is this the time? I think it's the time to use Izox. Skip 1 of these ships. I don't think I want this one where a 5 would hit a mothership icon. So I'm going to skip spawning that one. Okay. And I have Shanti, who can set 3 worker dice to any numbers. Which makes it possible to get an 18 down here. Meaning, if I just get the 4 from somewhere else... Oh, and I already have a 6. I think I can set up a win here. Let's try this. I'm going to use Shanti. Set up to 3 unplaced worker dice to any numbers. I'm going to set this to a 6, this to a 6, and this to a, 6. Yeah. All right, I'm going to throw... So I do have to... Oh, no, this is going to be sabotaged. Shoot. That doesn't work. Okay, I don't remember what the dice were, so I'm going to keep this. The 6s will be good, but I'm going to have to use them a little differently because column 2 or 4 is getting sabotaged, meaning the triple room is getting sabotaged. Oh no, I only need them to add up to 17. That's fine. The 5 and the 12. Yeah, okay. 6 in this column, in the research room. This ship damages me. This 6 can go in column 4. There's not even a ship there because I skipped it with Izox. And it would have been okay if that weren't the case. So I'm still not thinking that Izox exactly saved the day. This 6 will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a safe spot for that to land. And then finally the white die going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, completing our 18 in the triple room. I do have to re-roll this 2, which means I am at the mercy of what it lands on for this left column, but I think that's going to work out okay. It's a 4. That's fine. That's great. That's not useful to research. It can attack, though. It can attack just fine. Okay. Sabotage in 4. But I think we have it. The 6 in this research room, spending an energy, gets us across this 4 on the research track. And then spending 2 more energy, we have 17 in this room to go 5 and 12. And we also are blowing up a ship just for good measure. That went great. Wow. I've been saying this campaign has been nail-biter after nail-biter, but this is one of the only times that I feel like I kind of crushed it. which is satisfying in its own way. I enjoy the close games, but to kind of feel like, yeah, I'm getting good at this, and maybe got some luck or things like that. Okay, so I get to write a 2 here. Won another game on threat level 2. I guess that's it. This is such a... I'm used to doing a lot more in a game that has like a campaign log. It's always so anticlimactic to me that it's like, just check a box, basically. Okay. Well, next time it will be... Where did we... Tokyo, right, is where we're going next. And that is where the weather is being turned against us. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Lots of other playthroughs on the channel. I don't know, at least at the time that I'm filming this, we recently played Pagan, Fate of Roanoke. We tried out a review copy of Gnome Hollow, and a lot of our usual games too, continuing our Oathsworn campaign, etc. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And hey, if you are in the US, make sure you're planning to vote this November. And until next time, be optimal.